mode for this live stream because this is a airport pickup, and I feel like these are perfectly short enough live streams where we could do a full screen live stream. So hopefully you guys join in and enjoy this much more full landscape mode. Look at that. Even to me it looks a lot better. But I have told you guys many times I get 10 times less viewers, 10 times less subscribers, 10 times less commenters or viewers when I do it in this mode. YouTube heavily pushes the, what's it called? The portrait mode. Otherwise I'd be doing live streams like these every day. It's pretty sunny out today. I actually got a sunburn. Can you see? I was on the scooter yesterday, look. And right here too. Can you guys see this? So scootering is crazy for your health in a sense of a sunburn. What's up, Army guy? What's up, buddy? Olienka. Almost at the airport, about 5 minutes away. Whenever you see this crazy intersection, that's a hickey. Yeah, that's a big hickey. And I was only out for about 3 hours yesterday on the scooter, three-ish. But I did do it over a span of 2 days. So I did return the scooter back yesterday too. What's up, David? This hat? I am going to be auctioning off this hat. Only people that have a name starting with V can purchase in the auction. I think I have 6 or 7 hats now here in Da Nang. So we are almost at the airport, and then we will wait. We're probably gonna have about I'm guessing about a 30-ish minute wait. The lady that's showing up, she told me she has the fast pass for the immigration. Never heard anyone get it here in Da Nang, but I'll be curious to see how that works. I'll ask her about it. So we will kind of maybe hopefully get an insight to that. We have time, so I always tell them, because when I get dropped off here, I always have them drop me off downstairs at the arrivals, because most drivers just naturally assume that you're going to go to upstairs to the departures. But for me, I'm picking up somebody. Immigration. Yeah, I never have problems at immigration. I'm usually in and out so quick. I would say 99% of the time that I come to this airport, I'm walking in the airport and then going through immigration within 25 minutes maximum, 99% of the time. How badly are you performing? Man, I won 1 game yesterday. I had an off day. But I still want a drink that I don't know who someone ended up having my drink. I don't remember who it was. I win so much that Fluffy was giving away all the merch. She was giving away all the merch too. Actually, Vince came out too. Yes, come on. Look at that. I always like that little globe thing. I think you guys like this landscape mode better, right? I like it much better, but it's just the analytics beating when we do it in this mode. But it is a lot better. Yes, this is okay. Come on. Where's my... How much?
60.
60.
Yes. Ticket.
Okay, ticket. Come on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh. Let me grab. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you. Make sure I got everything. Today I'm doing the in-person service. She's actually coming fairly early for a Da Nang airport pickup. Usually people don't get here till 5 or later. So it's all up to the customer. If they want to do everything today, we could probably squeeze all this in today, like the SIM card, the currency conversion, the Anthuong tour, like all this stuff. But usually the majority of people want to stretch it over 2 days. They want to land, get to their hotel, check in, relax. They probably had 2 or 3 flights, maybe a layover. So I give them that option. Most likely, they're usually going to say, well, let's just do the phone and the SIM card and everything else tomorrow. So it's up to them. We'll see how much we get done today. But you most likely will be done by tomorrow, which is Sunday for us. But Super Bowl will fall on... There we go. Sorry about that. That action was kicking me off. Wow, you got your hotel sorted out. Oh, very nice. The beach. Now you hang out at the beach. You're a beach bum. A beach bum. I think I've probably been to this airport. If you want to count all the individual times I've been here by myself, plus in person, plus Fluffy, I'd say I've been to this airport at least 20 times. And that's a minimum. I'd probably say closer to 30. Yeah, I got the animal trivia question. I was off yesterday, though. I did one game, but there's a little stretch. Like if you start off missing 1 or 2 questions, sometimes it's impossible to catch back up. So this is the airport. I want to see. I don't even see if her flight's up here yet. Let's go take a look to see if her flight. Let's take a look. Yeah, let me zoom in. I don't see her flight. Let's see. Let me try to go look over here. Let me try to see what flight it is. Time delayed. There it goes, 12:20. Okay. So it says it is 12:20, and it says on time. Okay, so we're on time at least. There we go. A ski bum. Okay, so we have a while. We'll go hang out and go sit down. What time is it now? It's like 11:50. She won't be in for about another 30 minutes. So let's see where we can hang out. Oops, sorry. Let's see where we can hang out. Maybe over here. Yeah, let's go hang out over here. Oh, look at this. This is a nice little pond. Look at this. Where do we want to sit? My arm is burnt from yesterday. Wow. See? I'm not the only person. So here we go. We'll get a view over here so at least we can see when people come out. Which Mark? Mark gets up early. Mark's a early riser. I don't trust people to get up early. It scares me. So this is the airport right here. I think this might actually be the first time you guys have ever seen this airport on my live stream in this view, in the panorama landscape view. It's a nice, I like this airport. It's very nice, simple, easy. Let's set it up. See, I'm the opposite. If you wake up late, that means like you had some business to attend to. You might have been working late in the night. Let me try to log into my other phone. Let me try to get on.
Planning a trip to Houston.
I ordered Detroit Motor City Pizza last night. It was good. I don't trust people. Airbnb. 3 a.m. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. See, the only thing I don't like about this view is like you can't really, my angle doesn't really. Let me try to lift it up a little more. There we go. $3 a.m. I don't know what time we got back. I think maybe about 12:30-ish. We got back about 12:30. I'm telling you guys got to try American pizza. Try the meat lovers or try the pepperoni. Go very basic the first time you try it. You only trust people in a coma. Me too. Even the bun bao guy says wake up. That's what happened when I've been cooped up and I finally get the chance to go out. 3 a.m.-ish. I quite like Olivia. I've never had Olivia. Never had Olivia yet. Start telling people how full Danong. Yeah, you guys want me to just get on the news and be like, hey guys, if you guys are planning to come to Danong, shut it down. I'm closing down the shop. We're closing down the borders, and it's officially beyond capacity. You want me to tell them that? You guys want me to tell them that? I like this airport though. Look at this. I like the atmosphere. It's clean. Here's the ATMs. There's a Mitzi style cafe right there, a star cafe where everything's like 15 times the price. Some ATMs here. You can charge your phone here. They have free Wi-Fi. Actually, speaking of free charging, you could use these chargers. Oh, these are not the ones I'm talking about though. There's ones that you can actually set your phone down on and they charge, but they're really, really slow. They're real slow. Starts with 5. Jeez Louise. 1 p.m. yesterday. 2:30. Oh, Army guy, you're already back in Danong? See? You could have been at trivia. But I think Army guy was worried about getting beat in trivia again too. See, that's probably why I didn't do so good. I didn't have enough competition. I played to the level of my competition. So if I don't have that much of a challenge, I kind of slack off, and that's what happened yesterday. I only won 1 game yesterday. One rule I learned, not to book Airbnb. No. I wouldn't even book a hotel for that long. So I used to recommend people get a place for 2 to 3 days in Da Nang, like a hotel. Now I recommend at least 5 days. 5 days is pretty basic, I would say. 5 days gives you some time to look around, gives you some time to post some stuff on Facebook or download Zalo or to go take a look at some other places. 5 days minimum is what I'm recommending. I'm impossible. Yeah, I'm impossible. I think I beat Mark every single time. Every time I was looking, I was like, it would say he's in 6th and I would be in 5th. So for me, at least if I beat Mark, that's the first goal. Second goal is to place on the board. Third goal is to get first place. Exhausted. Jeez Louise. 2 times what it's worth. Jeez Louise. Let's see what time it is. It is 12:03. Her flight should be landing in about 15-ish. Damn straight I bumped you off the podium. Because I needed that W. That W. That W. What time is her flight? So, it looks like 12:21. So it's about 16 minutes late, which is about 20 minutes from now. So we've got a little hanging out to do. We have a new lady coming in. I think my last 3 in-person services have been with women, which is shocking because all the way up till, I don't know, 6 months, 7, 8 months ago, I only had like 3 or 4% women viewers. And now the last 3 in-person services have been women. So either women are traveling more or women are starting to like my channel more. Because Mitzi was too busy arguing about like, hey, France does not have time zones. And then he was getting mad at us, but it was like, hey, what do you want us to do? I told him, go write the congressman. Loser treats for dinner. Mitzi, Army guy, let's do tennis. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he was barely struggling on the 90s hits. He was putting extra words on people's names. All kinds of crap. I got all the dodgy questions. Because I remember you'd be like, what? What's that? And I would look and I would get it correct. So I feel like she will probably be out about, hoping 12:45, but I'm thinking probably more realistically about 1. So maybe we'll move to a different location in a few minutes, but there's a good amount of people here. Good amount of people. He was mad about 2 of them. He was like, what do you mean? You don't have to put the in front of the person. I was like, yeah, there was 2 answers. The something or just something. He was mad about that one, but I got both of those right. Vince is going to the beach today. He said he's gonna snorkel. And he still couldn't accept it. Yeah, and then remember I Googled it. I think I Googled it and it said something about France has 12 time zones or something. 12 time zones. This is pretty nice though. I always like this airport. I always forget how nice and quick it is. Because most of my time is spent working here, I guess you would call it, as I'm doing a pickup. So I don't really enjoy it as other people do, like walking through and observing things. It's more of like, oh, let me get to the checkout point. Oh, let me get here. He's gonna snorkel. Snorkel. That's how Fluffy says it. What's the country and its territories? Maybe he said that. Maybe he said that. I can't remember. So, please hit the like. Please hit the subscribe button. We only have 4 likes out of 13. And I even did the panorama view for you guys. Look at that. Can we double tap it? Plus, if you guys enjoy content like this, if you guys want to support the channel, please hit the subscribe button. We are getting close to 14,000 subscribers. And I can announce this. I guess this is kind of an exclusive. It's not anything earth-shattering, but I think we're going to do a 15,000 subscriber meetup. So I'm assuming that number is going to come probably around March. So shoot for March, especially if you guys can keep subscribing that haven't subscribed. If we can get there quicker, then we can have a meetup quicker. So let's try to get to 15,000. Man, I'm in the same boat. I'm hungry too. I woke up and I didn't have nothing, and I don't know when I'm gonna eat, because I might do this in person until we're done, which would be probably the rest of the afternoon, or maybe we'll just do half of it today and half tomorrow. Yeah, he's making up stuff. He's known for making up stuff. Also, if you guys are interested in this in-person welcome service, you guys can book that as well. That is on my main YouTube channel. If you go there, there'll be a button that says more, and then it says welcome to Danong in-person service consultation. I don't think it says consultation. I think it says welcome to Danong in-person service. So if you guys want to book this, you can. I am slightly debating pulling this service down throughout Tet, just because lots of stuff is going to be closed, and it's going to be a little bit of a nightmare logistically, maybe. And it kind of will be harder with like currency exchange, maybe the SIM card places. But I feel like those places will be open, but it will be a little bit harder. So maybe I'll pull those down for the rest of the month. Mainland France has one time zone. I didn't eat dinner. Damn, that's crazy. We ate so the last time I ate was at M Kitchen, and that was 6 o'clock last night. So 6 at night. Yeah, 6-ish. Let's see, what's the status on this flight? 12:26, so we got 15 more minutes. Book a scooter ride with Will. Don't book a scooter ride. Man, I get sunburned, look. So if and when I ever book another one, I do have my black like COVID mask that covers my neck all the way up to my nose. I'll probably use that. And that'll probably prevent a lot of my neck and my face getting sunburned. The only thing that I won't be able to cover is my arms, but I don't know, maybe I'll figure out something about the arms. Taste the trivia equations. Business as usual at the Danong International Airport. Business as usual. Fluffy will be leaving, so get out the tissues if you guys need them, because Fluffy will be leaving tomorrow. She's going back on another short trip. Eight and counting. 8 and counting means 9, 10, 11, and you just keep going until infinity. I wonder what an ASMR airport live stream would be like. If I was just sitting here, quiet. Beach. The beach. Oh, you're heading to the beach. Oh, look at these. I think that's Air Asia, I believe. I believe that's Air Asia employees. Fluffy is leaving tomorrow. So I'll be partying non-stop from tomorrow till she gets back. Anybody watching this on a TV? If so, it's weird because sometimes people will say, oh, I watch on a TV and I don't like the panorama view. And then others love this view. So if you're watching on a TV, let me know how this view looks for TV viewers. Almost dropped my phone right there. Almost dropped it. From the chat, I'm not sure. I know she definitely watches the channel, but I don't know if she ever watches or participates in the live stream. That I do not know. Maybe I'll try to find that out when she gets here. 12:26. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Plead the 8th. Let's take a look. Okay. What's today? Today is Saturday. Fluffy arriving? No, Fluffy's leaving tomorrow. So I'm doing another in-person pickup today. Then Fluffy is leaving tomorrow for another quick trip. I think it will be... I don't remember how long she left for last time, but I think it's a little bit shorter this time. Tainan Province. I'm not sure where that's at. Yeah, it's being a little bit more consistent now. I have this. Well, January I had 2 in-persons. This is my February. I have one next month in March, and I have one in April. So I have back-to-back months. So there we go. Fluffy will be leaving tomorrow, so she's leaving the day before the Super Bowl. I don't think Fluffy was here last Super Bowl either. I can't remember, but I feel like we're not. No, no. Even the broke zone, I'm still not even at the break-even zone. I would love to, like, luxurious to me is break-even zone. If I'm at the break-even zone, that's awesome. That means I basically live for the same that I put out, which is my ideal goal. What time is it? Got about 10 more minutes. I have a feeling that her flight is pretty close. And then I feel like it'll probably take another 30-ish minutes. So, but supposedly, she booked the fast track here. I want to find out about that. She booked the fast track, which, in my opinion, I don't think I would do, because I don't ever really think that Danong's airport's that crazy. And she booked the fast track. And what else did she book? She booked something else that I'll have to ask her about. I'll have to check their info again. Bonet Tour is the next business model. Yeah, but shoot. I already basically do that. It's called going to breakfast at Palette. 3 would definitely do it. 3 would get me at the break even. But I've never had 3 in a month. The most I've ever had was 2. So I've had 2. With YouTube, so put it this way, if I did two of those a month and my YouTube, I would definitely be breaking even. So 2 plus my YouTube would break me even. But I just never know when these in-persons are going to happen, because they all tie into they have to be coming here. You can't just be like, hey, do you want to buy a Pepsi? And you're like, yeah. Or, hey, you want to buy a freaking luggage? I can send it to you from California to New York. No, mine have to be people that are actually coming here. To watch you, the good is that the picture takes up the whole screen. The bad is that the picture is grainy. Oh, you know why? That is my fault. Give me 1 second. I just seen the H. Give me 1 second. Let me close this really quickly and I'll pop right back on and it should be much better. Give me 1 second. It should be better, but I don't know. I always forget the airport has terrible data. That's why I always get it in H here. But you can log into the Wi-Fi. I think in another month it's going to be warm again and people, yeah, that could be possible. It could be warming up. Also, I have another exclusive for you guys. I got a new document I think you guys will like. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but it will be coming soon. And I think you guys will really, really like this next little, I don't know if I guess I would call it somewhat of a guide or a recommendation document. I think that's what I would call it. But I think you guys will like that. It should be out very soon. Where is this flight? There it is. I'm assuming the yellow means on time. Let's double check. See, we need it to be green over on this side. Green means arrived. Yellow means delayed. White means on time. So ours is delayed, but I think it's only like a 15-minute delay. So let's go take a look over here at this part of the airport, since this is where all the drivers hang out. They have the names. This is where your airport customers come out, right here. Let's go take a look over here. Oh, got an orange tree. I would love to grab one of those oranges right now. There we go. That's cool. I always like this little mascot. This is the Danong International Airport. Oranges are big during Tet. That's a nice orange tree right there. Look at that. And then this is the other part of the airport. Upstairs is where you arrive and you go in to leave. Downstairs. No, I'm sorry. Upstairs is the departures. Downstairs is the arrivals. 80K. Jesus Christ. Actually, what's crazy is I had to pay 70K for Bonet when we went to Nha Trang. I think the cheapest Bonet we can find in Nha Trang was like 60 and 70,000. And I was like, are you kidding me? In Wien Yan, I found the cheapest Bonet I've ever had, 25K. But it was a little smaller, I will say that. Arrivals. I think we still got about 10 more minutes. Because this just says delayed. Because it was supposed to land at 12:05. But it looks like it's going to be here about 12:25. But I did lose my seat. But that's okay. We'll go take a look at this artwork. Let's take a look at this artwork. Man, there's a lot of people out here today. But it is a Saturday. Okay, we'll sit here and wait. And wait. And wait. Look at this. This is nice. You guys still there? Where you guys at? Where you guys at? Where are you guys at? Did you guys disappear on me? Every minute it goes down by one viewer. I'm looking out the window for my Lot Mart delivery. Lot Mart delivery. Maybe they'll send it drone style. Maybe you'll get it on a drone. What time is it? What time is it? It is. So her flight should be landing right now, but let's double check. And take a look. Update. It has not landed yet, but it was updated. Let's try this one. Did it land? That one says it was expected to land at 19. Let's take a look at this one. Doesn't look like it's landed, but it looks like it's very close. So we'll have to go over here and wait in a minute. What's up, Earlski? Who's landing? An in-person service customer. She is coming from the USA. I don't know if she watches or comments on the live stream, but I know she watches the channel, so we will start making our way over here. I guess we'll wait with the Grab drivers. Delayed. Let's see. Let me see. Yep, delayed. That's all it says right now. Ho Chi Minh. I got to the airplane when they take. Never heard of that. But this is Da Nang, but I've never heard of anyone tell me that. That's the first time I've heard that. Delayed. So we got some more waiting to do. Yeah, I've never heard about that. Never heard of that one. I don't know how long ago that was or if it was ever in Da Nang, but I've flown into Ho Chi Minh, I think 2 or 3 times. I never had that, and I'd never heard anyone mention that before. So, cost me like 100. Damn. That's crazy. I see somebody over there getting their bags, but I don't think that's the flight. Because ours, look, if you guys can see, arrival. Green is arrival, yellow is delayed. White is on time, and you'll see it'll switch in 1 second. Watch. Delayed, arrived. But these aren't ours. We are looking for EY. EY, where's EY? Must be the next one. Let's take a look. I think it's got to be the next one. There it is. EY 5607. Yellow. Delayed. So we're waiting. We are waiting. Can I zoom this out? There we go. So more waiting. We'll stick around for a few more minutes. Well, it is Saturday. It is afternoon, and it looks like they have about 8, at least 8 that I see on the board, arrivals, all within like 30 or 40 minutes. So last time I was here, it wasn't like this, but it wasn't a Saturday, and it only had about 3 or 4 different airlines landing. So this is probably the most I've ever seen it before. But to be fair, I haven't came on Saturdays too often, especially Saturdays at 12 o'clock. They even try to take my luggage when you send them to be scanned. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. 4 weeks. Very nice. Delayed. Let's see if we're still delayed. Yep. So we will be waiting. I'm always either running extremely close to the time. Like one time I was coming here and it was like 5 minutes before it landed. The other times I usually get here like 45 minutes or an hour early. But there's no way to predict it because your flight can be delayed. Someone's bag might get lost, or they might, who knows what can happen. So there's no way to predict it. I always try to show up about 30 minutes before. And those are the free charging stations right there. You can put your phone on top and then it will charge. They charge extremely slow, but if you need an emergency charger, at least it'll work. Wow. Grief. That's what Fluffy says. Good grief. Good grief. That's what Fluffy says. She always says, good grief. Delayed. Maybe we'll stick around for about another 3 or 4 minutes and then I will get off. I will entertain myself on Facebook or something and wait for this flight. Man, they don't even have any seats anymore. No. So it's crazy. We'll go sit over here for a couple of minutes and then we will... Oh, that's a smoking area. I didn't even know there was a smoking area back there. Good grief. Yeah, that's what Fluffy says. She says, good grief. Wow, $75 equals 1 million. It's about $40 right now. So you're saying back then was about 50,000 VND to the dollar? 50,000 VND to the dollar? Because right now 1 million is about $40. I never knew how. I've never really looked up what the highest the VND has got you for $1 US. 50,000? That's crazy. What were banh mi's back then? Because a banh mi now is like 20,000. from the vendor. 20,000. So a banh mi back then was like 5,000-10,000. Wonder how much a banh mi was back then. I could still, man, remember, so I've been in Da Nang, technically / Vietnam, for 2+ years. We've stayed at, I'm going to guess off the top of my head, 15 hotels. I guess at least, just to be safe, 15 hotels throughout Vietnam. Only once have I ever paid over $18. I think I paid $18 or $21 for Thuy Hoa. But everything else that you guys have ever seen me stay in has always either been no lower than $7. $7 was my lowest hotel I've ever paid, which actually blew me away. I was happy with the $7. And actually, we might even go back to that $7 hotel if we go back to Nguyen Nhân. But basically, $7 to about 18 is about my price range. And usually, I get them closer to like the 12, 13, 14-ish dollar range. Ho Chi Minh. That's what I thought. I don't remember the VND ever getting 50,000. I kind of thought 26 was extremely high. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What is it called? Fact checking time. Let's do some fact checking. You guys ready for some fact checking? CNN / Fox News can't do Will Travels fact checking any justice. What was the highest the VND ever hit per $1? And when was that? Here we go. Yep, 25,900. There it goes. Let me see about one day. I'm talking about what the highest for one day was. VND per $1. VND, not DND. How high and what date? $26,400. August 21st. So no, it was not 50,000. I got fooled. 50,000. Never was 50,000. Never was 50,000. $10, man. $10 is pretty easy. I could find places $8 in Da Nang. Actually, I think I have one hotel and one homestay in Dalat saved on my Agoda, and I think one's $9 and one's $11. So that's man, I'm telling you guys, those are decent price. Those are $10 is gonna get you something in most of Vietnam. Let me take a look and see this flight. I think it's gotta have landed by now, right, guys? Has it landed? Let's see. Okay, it landed 10 minutes ago. So, there we go. So it just landed a couple minutes ago. They're probably just pulling the plane up to the gate. And let's take a look. Let's just confirm on the board that it landed. It still says delay. That's weird though. Last 10 years? I don't believe that's true though, because remember we just looked it up, right? As far as the amount. because we've never hit 26, but I do remember when we hit 26, but I think that was the highest. Let's take a look. Let's see if that one's landed yet. Man, it could have been, the only thing I'm thinking of, still that flight. The only thing I'm thinking of is maybe you exchanged it on the black market. I do know some people that exchange money like on the black market and they get a lot more. Maybe you did something like that. But officially, that rate's never been there. So you could have been maybe, because I know someone that did that in the Philippines. It still says delayed, but Google says it's here. I like when the dong goes up, meaning 26, 27,000 because we get more money. But it has dropped back down. I think it's in the 25s now, or it's still hovering right barely at 26. But I do remember it was at like 26.3, 26.4, bouncing around for a little bit. So I'll probably stick around for, this is the real last 2-minute warning. We'll stick around. Hopefully this will say arrived, even though Google says it arrived. And then I'll start getting ready for my in-person service pickup. Damn, man, it dropped right below 26,000. Could be for my friends exchange. It for me, they know. Yeah, I would not be surprised if you did that in a black market at certain points. Because my friend was in the Philippines and he said something similar. I don't know if he got that crazy of a markup, but he did tell me, hey, when you go to another country, you should exchange it on the black market. Like, that's what he kept telling me. Now, I guess it's a risk, obviously, and probably illegal. But it seemed like it worked for him, and it seemed like you were able to spend the money. They must have really wanted American money at that time. Oh, we're at 58 minutes and 20 seconds, so we'll end it once we hit exactly 1 hour. Perfect. I did a little bit longer than I expected, but 1 hour of a live stream is a perfect ending point. So I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions about the in-person service, you could take a look at that on the front page of my YouTube channel. It will say the words more. You click on that. You will see that I do video consultations, I do in-person services, which is this, video calls, a few other things. If you guys are unsure about Danong or travel questions, visa questions, different things like that, make sure to subscribe, like, check it out. I appreciate it. And got 40 seconds. I don't want to end it too early because I do have like OCD on the numbers of ending it on. And they do have the free Wi-Fi like I told you guys right there. It doesn't work that great, unfortunately. Only a few bars, but at least you get to use it. So maybe we'll do a live stream tonight. Maybe. This is Fluffy's last night. She will be flying out tomorrow morning. So maybe we'll go do a dinner with Fluffy tonight. A farewell Fluffy dinner. And then she'll be gone for a little short trip again. So once again, I appreciate it. And happy travels.